Today we are here to talk about AI and how not to get replaced. Welcome to Coach Grid. I'm Joe Spearden here with Kirsten Davis. As artificial intelligence first came out, that was one of the big things that a lot of people were saying, well, this is going to take my job. This is going to take this job. And for coaches, as we worked with a lot of them, that was a pretty legitimate concern. And for myself, it's not been an issue for a couple of reasons. And we want to talk about those reasons today so that people can continue to show up confidently where other people might say, oh, I can just go to ChatGPT and it's going to give me the same thing that you can.
Right.
And the reality is that's not true. So the first thing I want to talk about is the contextual wisdom, the experience as a coach that you have in life that you're able to share with a potential client. And again, this is none of what we're saying is knocking AI, because we use it all the time in our business.
Yeah. And I was going to actually lead with AI can replace a lot of coaches. Like AI is pretty freaking good. So it's not like, oh, I don't have to worry about it. Like it's understanding what AI can and can't do so that you're bringing something beyond what AI can do. And some people aren't.
And that's the reality of the people, I think, that we're afraid of that happening. It's when maybe you don't feel like you're providing a lot or that you don't have a lot of value, that you have some of those fears.
Right.
So the opportunity here is either to start recognizing some places that you have value that you didn't see, or to start providing value in some of these places that maybe you haven't been as a coach up to this point.
Yeah.
So I think that life experience, that life wisdom that you have can be really, really valuable as a coach. For every single man I've ever coached with, it started by them understanding more of my story, more of who I am, and more of what I've gone through. And I don't think that as coaches, we give that enough credit when we're helping somebody do something in their own lives. So the idea here is kind of this cognitive dissonance we have where we devalue our own life experience and we devalue really what it is that we've been through, what it is that we've learned, what it is that we've overcome, so that we can then really efficiently connect with our clients to help them do some of the same things.
Yeah. And I think that is something that AI can't quite do, because they can say the same words, but AI can't at the exact perfect moment mirror their body language and say, you know what, like, yeah, I feel you and I've been there. And AI can say, I'm so sorry that you're there. That sounds really hard. And here's a bunch of it can do that, and it can help you conceptually. And it is a really good tool to use in conjunction, I think. But when you're coaching, even if you're building a program, making sure that you have some aspect of it that brings in the human rapport and connection and empathy and ability to actually connect in only a way that humans can do.
For sure. What's important, I think, in that space is to realize that there's lots of different kinds of coaches. You might be a financial planner and you might coach people on financial planning, or you might be a business coach or a health and fitness coach, whatever it is. And oftentimes I think coaches in those spaces can discount that emotional side still. The reality is everything that we do as human beings is emotionally driven. And as much as we want to take that out of our financial decisions or our business decisions or some of those things, that's still always going to be an aspect of coaching and helping somebody to overcome and level up.
Yeah. My first mentor said, no matter which niche you pick, you're going to be a relationship coach. She said, so make sure that you get those skills solid, because it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. That's what you are.
Yeah. And that really kind of brings into that second point. There's the context of this experience. Like you said, you can see it in somebody's face. You can see the subtle movements in their face. You can hear it in their voice. You can see it in their body language. You can see it in their behavior, or even kind of their frequency or their energy that they show up in. Mm-hmm. And that's valuable in and of itself. There's also the connection piece. And while for some coaches, this can pose a problem where you want to keep a professional level of disconnection or professional relationship, mm-hmm. one of the relationship things that you're coaching on is your own relationship with your client. And that connection that you experience with them, you forget sometimes is one of the reasons they hired you, mm-hmm. is because of the connection they feel to you. And AI can simulate that. And the news is full already of stories and experiences of people that are forgetting that is a simulation. Mm-hmm. That is not authentic connection, as much as your ChatGPT might be saying the things that you've always wanted to hear. Part of being a coach is telling somebody the thing they don't want to hear at times. Right. So I think that human connection and that ability to care about your clientele, mm-hmm. care about who they are, care about their success is just different. Yeah. AI doesn't care. Mm-hmm. So having that and remembering that, again, if you're worried about AI overcoming, do you have a connection to your clients? Mm-hmm. If you don't, that might be some of that fear that's coming up. Some of the reason why that might be there is the fear that I haven't really connected to my clients. I'm treating them more like a paycheck mm-hmm. than I am a human being. And this is my invitation to connect on a deeper level with them. Yeah. Another part of this is accountability. And AI will always be, I'm giving you information, mm-hmm. and then you are responsible for executing on the information that I give you. Yeah, it is interesting with AI. There's no risk of being kicked out of the tribe that we have human to human, even if it's really subconscious. When you're working with an actual person, you want to belong. And so having that awareness as a coach and using that to say, okay, well, how do I create that space that only I can create to make them feel safe and help them to feel included and to work through some of those things as they come up that wouldn't be triggered with AI as much. Right. A big part of this and a good example is the fact that coaches charge money. Mm-hmm. Part of that connection and part of that being in the tribe is the investment that you have in the tribe. It's the investment that you have in the people around you. So many times when somebody says, well, I don't want to charge that much money, because I'm not worth it or because, they can't afford it or whatever. When a client pays you, mm-hmm. they're now more invested in what you're doing together as well. And with AI as it stands right now, your investment is zero or very low. And so the information that you get, you're going to generally value at that same level. Mm-hmm. Whereas when there is an energetic investment, a financial investment, an emotional investment from your client, mm-hmm. they're going to show up in a higher level of accountability as well with some of that work that you're going to do together. Yeah. Part of this also is that facilitation of transformation. The idea that you're going to do this with them, mm-hmm. and they're going to feel a connection from you as you guys improve together, mm-hmm. as you become a better human being and they become a better human being at the same time. That's going to drive a deeper connection that you don't get with AI. Yeah. And I think with that facilitation of transformation, part of what makes that possible is you're able to see their blind spots, where when you're talking to AI, you're only speaking based off what you already know or can see in yourself. And so I think, again, having that awareness as a coach to use in your marketing, because even if somebody can't replace you with AI, they can think that they can. So being able to speak to some of these things of, if you're talking to AI, you're just creating an echo chamber that's probably going to put you deeper into your current situation, but feeling better about it. Right. Whereas a coach can actually say, hey, you need to have a whole paradigm shift to get to where you want to be, and being able to hold some of that space. Yeah. And without getting to Solon, again, the news that we're seeing right now is there are a lot of people that are creating an AI echo chamber, and the AI they'll come to the AI and say, hey, this is what I'm experiencing. And it'll come back and say, yeah, that's not fair. That's not okay. That you're a victim, you're being acted upon. And they're not being challenged in any of the things that they think or feel. And the further they devolve into that state, the more extreme their views become, the less empowered they are to do anything about it. Mm-hmm. And it's actually a big issue that's being addressed right now, but it's one of the places where a coach has the most value. Is you're not there to just be the echo chamber, to be the yes man, to tell your client that everything is exactly the way that they want it to be. You're there to call them on their stuff once in a while. And that really is irreplaceable, especially at the moment.
Yeah.
The last thing in this piece that I wanted to speak to was community. And again, if a coach was nervous about AI replacing them, is generally because, hey, we're going to interact for 8 weeks, and then I don't care if I ever see you again. Mm-hmm. You're gone, and I'm on to the next one. Where the coaches that have made themselves irreplaceable are the ones that after our 8 or 10 weeks or whatever, the course duration is together, we're still together. Mm-hmm. You're still engaging in the things that I do. I'm still aware of you. I'm still aware of your life. You still have value to me. I know one of the coaches that you have, you were part of community with her for a long time before you ever bought a course. Mm-hmm. And after you bought a course, continued to be engaged in the community space to have that connection and that value, which is another thing that just you're not getting on that side with AI right now.
Yeah. I think one of the best tools that you can use, and probably should have led with this, but is to use AI, take AI to its limit, and then keep building from there, because that's where this is where AI ends. And that's a lot of what we've done with the products that we're creating with, like, I have an app that I'm developing that uses AI as a tool, but pushes beyond the bounds where AI just isn't there yet. And so continuously using AI to its limit and innovating past it also is a really good way to make sure that you're staying ahead of the curve of AI.
For sure. That's really the name of the game with technology, with humanity. There's constantly going to be innovation. There's constantly going to be new levels of technology that are there to support us. And for those that are really against that, mm-hmm. it's revealing where you don't believe in yourself and your ability to innovate. But for everybody else that's succeeding and that really wants something that's going to be profitable for them, you see those things as benefits, as things that are there to support you in what you do. And it's, oh, good. Now I don't have to do this part anymore. Now I can do more of this thing. Mm-hmm. And those are the coaches that we see just really thriving right now, are the ones that aren't afraid of it, that are actually utilizing it in some really brilliant ways to go grow their business even further and deeper. Mm-hmm. So don't worry about AI. It's your friend. It's there to help you grow your coaching business. If you're willing to evolve, if you're willing to grow. And if you are, we'd love to grow with you. You can follow us or engage with us at coachgrid.com or on Instagram at coachgrid.